Hello, everyone. It's your girl Tamara Ivy here with Ashley Stewart for Ashley TV. And guess what? It is Women's History Month. And joining me today, I am so elated to share one of my favorite girls on Instagram and in the social media world, the one and only Miss Meaghan O'Connor of A Little Lime Dress.
My name is Meaghan O'Connor, and I am a fashion stylist and blogger. My blog is Little Lime Dress, and I've been styling for probably the last 6 years across the board. So doing e-com, editorial, doing some live TV stuff, and then also doing recently in the last couple of years, celebrity red carpet.
Nice.
And it's fun and amazing. And it's just, it's great to be able to do what I'm passionate about.
Wonderful. You've had, to me, one of the best successes of what you do.
Thank you.
And I congratulate you on that because, again, it's not just talking about what you do, but obviously congratulating in the moment and letting people know that it's recognized by myself and others. And we're just proud of you,
Thank you.
But I want to start way back in the time. Where are you from?
Bringing it back.
Right. Where are you from? Tell everybody where you're from, what you like to do on the weekends. You have the most interesting Insta stories ever. Okay.
They are. They're fun.
Talk about the girls, my favorite girls, and what you did for New Year's Eve. Run it down.
New Year's Eve. So I am a native New Yorker, which I think some people think it's rare, but I mean, I am one of the few odd ones. So I'm a native New Yorker. I live in Long Island.
Right.
I'm a beach kid, so my family and I we're very close. We all live by the beach. Was raised by the beach, so I live in Long Island, and I will stay in Long Island. Everyone's always like, "Why don't you live closer to the city?" It's not for me. Beach life is definitely for me. So, I live on Long Island, and I commute back and forth to all my gigs in the tri-state area.
The Revenge Squad.
Well,
that was my show.
I do what I can. That show was everything. Everything.
Yes.
So and I'm a family person.
Yes.
You know that. I mean, my people here at Ashley know that for sure.
Yes.
That I am a big family person.
Yes,
so
and we are too.
I spend a lot of time with my family, and my two nieces are my life.
Adorable.
And my everything and my forever inspiration. So, I mean, my Insta stories is fun because we do really crazy stuff all the time together. I feel like he needs his own. I keep trying to get him social media, and he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
He needs something. He is so animated.
He's crazy. That's what it is.
Hilarious.
Like it's actually insanity, but just on camera, everyone's like, he's hysterical. No, he's nuts.
Where do you go with your nieces for tea time during the holidays?
So we have a family tradition in my family, the women in my family. We used to do some really special things with my mom and my grandma. And so my sister decided that we were going to create a new tradition for the younger generation of women. So my sister and I take my nieces to the plaza every New Year's Day, or the days after, because sometimes if you don't get your reservation, you're like, oh, it's New Year's Day, but it's on the 8th.
Auntie takes the nieces to the plaza.
So we go to the plaza and we do high tea and we dress up in our finest our gear, and we just...
You guys are raising them so well.
Thank you.
They look like they are having the times of their life.
Thank you. Yeah, well, the biggest thing for, I think, my sister and my brother-in-law and for us, our family, is that we raise my nieces collectively as like our group, as our family, because it's what it is. It's like a co-sharing family.
Yes.
That they are raised the way that my sister and I was. And so they're given all of the luxuries and all of the experiences that we were. And, my sister and my brother-in-law work very hard for that. And I work very hard for that. I want them to be able to celebrate and experience everything that we did and more.
And you look fab in Disney World.
Thank you. Disney was the best experience. I mean, we go, we're a Disney. Oh my God, no. But we're a Disney family, so we go every year.
Okay, good.
But every year is like a different experience because there's more. And there's.
I saw you.
Yes, I was wearing my Ashley Stewart by the pool.
Right. Yes.
Going down the slide, living my best life.
That was classic.
I mean, listen, there's no. I always say to people, and I'm sure we'll get into this kind of deep stuff later, but I always say to people you want to do something, just do it. I'm a big girl. It doesn't mean I can't go down a slide. I can't, I'm going to wear my one piece. I don't need to cover up my legs. I am who I am.
Right.
and I love myself, and I'm confident in that.
Right.
And so I just live my best life. Like, I'm always down for a good crazy time. I
Hello.
mean, you guys know that, but like,
Hello.
you guys should know, like, I am always down for a good crazy time.
Yep, yep. So let's get into, obviously it's Women's History Month. And that's one of the reasons why we have you here today. Talk about who inspires you.
Oh my God, loaded question right out of the gate.
Yeah, what woman in particular inspires you?
I would say probably it's a combination of the matriarchs in my family. So it's for sure my mom and my grandma, I think, were such an important part of who I am,
Right.
and they are the absolute reason why I am confident and comfortable and feel like I can take on anything at any time and conquer the world, because I had such strong, powerful, inspiring women in my day-to-day.
Right.
I mean, obviously I'm inspired by my friends and my blogger community and the beautiful women I see every day, and my nieces and my sister. But I would say the core of it all, and the ultimate inspiration for me, who I think of every day, who are always in my mind, who are always on my mind, would be my mom and my grandma, who were just, they instilled the belief and the core things that I believe and I stay with and I focus on daily, which is be who you are and love yourself and stay confident and stay true to yourself. And those morals and those core beliefs are key to success. And I think that's, why I'm sitting on this couch.
That's right.
That
is right. So for me, it's all about always, like I said earlier, praising in the moment and things like that. Why do you think it's important to empower other women?
I mean, we're in such an interesting time in life, in the world right now, right? It's no surprise that there is a daily struggle, but within the fashion community, within the plus size fashion community, and for women in general, it's a daily struggle to be your truest self without hitting a bump in the road. And, we're all going to have those bumps in the road, but it's when you empower others and you respect others and you uplift each other that the road, bumps or no bumps, regardless, gets easier. It's a smoother pathway when we go together. We're more powerful in numbers and groups when we help each other. And so empowering one another and empowering women is so important. I mean, it's fundamental to our livelihood.
And being nice while doing so doesn't hurt either.
My mantra, we have a bunch of mantras in our family in the morning, like with my nieces, but one of the biggest things is be kind, be kind, be kind. Ooh. And, we go through like, it's a great day to have a great day. And did you thank God for this beautiful day?
Nice.
And every single day we always just say, whether it's in the evening or in the morning or whenever, if I'm traveling, I'm talking to someone on FaceTime, just don't forget, be kind. Because at the end of the day, that's all it is. Everything else can fall away, but you're still you.
Yes.
So as a human being, you have to be kind and empower others and uplift people. And that's the most important thing.
Wonderful. I love it. So you're in fashion. You're also a blogger.
Yes.
What advice would you give to women who want to be like us, that want to be in fashion, have a job, and also be a blogger or an influencer?
I mean, I would say prepare yourself. It's not easy. I think that
it's a lot of work.
I think a lot of people sometimes see the surface, which is this, right? So it's the glam, and it's you have a great outfit on and you look beautiful and you're ready and you're talking and you're having a great time, but there's so much that goes into each and every single thing we do. And I say we because I will speak for my peers and the rest of the blogger community in that it is beyond a 9-to-5 job. It's a 24/7 job, because if you're not at a computer blogging or you're scheduling your social or you're planning out your month or you're doing your editorials, I mean, it's endless. And the same goes for, of course, the styling world as well. But I never ever tell anyone not to follow their dreams. So my number one thing is just go for it. Try it. Try it. There's nothing wrong with trying.
And I will say, you were part of mine. So people out there, she definitely was one to tell me before Christmas.
I gave you a little nudge.
Yeah.
I gave you a little nudge.
Go.
I gave you a little nudge.
Yeah.
I mean, because at the end of the day, it can all go away tomorrow.
Right.
And so give it a shot and try. I mean, there's been times where I look back at the beginning blogs and I'm like, what was I thinking? But to me, that shows me the growth and the progress. And it shows me that I tried. I didn't do it good then.
Exactly.
And I don't know if I do it good now, but I know that I'm growing and I'm learning. And every time I speak to someone who inspires me, or any time I sit down and I talk to somebody else who has done this for longer or has had a different experience than I learn from that. Exactly. And so, I mean, the biggest thing I would say to someone who wants to do it is just do it. Just open up a computer and get on a platform and start blog. I mean, the one piece of advice that I was given and that I always follow is just stay true to yourself. Be you. Because when you're phony, people see it. There's no reason to be anything other than you because you're awesome. You're great.
Yes.
So tell your story and be authentic in that. And that will bring you the success that I think that people are looking for in this space.
And I will add to that, you mentioned it's not just a 9 to 5.
God, no.
It's your dream.
God, no.
It's our dream to be something, and as little girls, I want to say, we all aspire for greatness, whether it's to be married or to have a family or whatever it is, whatever your greatness is. Respect your craft is one thing I always like to say.
I love that.
And do a lot of research, because if you want to be able to speak to who you are, need to be able to reiterate it back to someone, and it just comes off the top of your head. So respecting your craft, and for me, it's, a bunch of different things, but, I love what you said about, it's not a 9 to 5, we do have 9 to 5s, but at the same time, if this is what you do, if you're a blogger or an influencer, whatever it is that you're calling yourself today, make it a 9 to 5. Make it, get up, get dressed, go to your computer and sit with your coffee and take phone calls and set a conference call and do these things and schedule yourself to have this lifestyle daily because you are your brand.
Absolutely. Right? I mean, I'm big on you will it to happen, right? People say fake it till you make it. And I don't love that statement because
I hate that statement.
You're not really faking it. You're just growing and learning. Right. So you're just it's baby steps, right? You just move along the way and that's where you get, but it's in that same light, right? You're not faking it till you make it, but you're taking your little steps each and every day to get to your big, the end point for you. And maybe there is never an end point. Right. You just keep going forever. Right. But the point is that get up and do it and make it whatever you envision in your head. Right. And do that, because once you start to do that, it just becomes routine, and the opportunities come to those who work hard and are kind and stay humble. Right. And I promise you that is exactly, I say it all the time because that's what happened to me. Work hard, stay humble, keep your head down, do your work, be kind to other people, and it will come. It will happen.
You find out you got a cubicle in here somewhere. and James Reed, you hear his isms all day, because this is exactly what he preaches, and also our president and our senior VP, this is what they say to us all the time. Work hard, be kind, stay grounded, and do your work. It will happen.
That's it.
And, we also have another synergy where, my mom is a Scorpio. And, I love all of her fashion and style and things like that. Not that she wanted to be a stylist or anything, but she's known for being a diva, right? Yep. So why did you choose to be a stylist? What pushed you to be a blogger and a stylist? What came first? And, walk us through that.
Yeah. So, I think I was heavily immersed in fashion since I was a kid. My grandmother was a casting director, for years. Nice. And so I was, privy to that fashion life long before I think I understood it. Right. And it's funny, I think just a couple of years ago is when I really realized, oh my God, this was so a part of my DNA for so long that you almost don't know it. It's hard to recognize it. Wow. So I think fashion has always been a thing for me. I think about it now, in my original dream, I had always pictured myself like an ad exec at a publication, corner office, that was me, power suiting it up, and that was what I envisioned, because I never imagined that what I do was what I was going to do. Right. You think about what you thought your favorite thing was, or your dream job when you were a kid, and you would play that, going to work game with your friends, and you dress up and you're 10 and playing dress up. And for me, it was always you go to the office, and it was always that because I didn't know that
Right.
this life existed.
Wow.
Um,
That's amazing.
but I think fashion has always been a part of my life.
Right.
I do think that the older I got and when I was in college, I
Mhm.
started to realize that my placement was really going to be in the fashion world and that it was really going to be, I was going to do something. I just didn't know what it was. And I
Right.
just wanted to be around clothes and wardrobe and create. And I just wanted to make beautiful pictures and
Yeah.
be a part of something that people saw and interpreted it themselves in a
Yeah.
certain way and have that affected. You know, I wanted to be part of the art and I didn't know how. And I just kind of fell into the blog.
Uh-huh.
I graduated college and worked like a finance job and got
Uh-huh.
laid off, and it was
That's how it
so
normally happens.
not me.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful for it because the people skills that you get from something like that
Right.
and the life skills you get are crucial. But
Yep.
for me, you know, I took the paycheck and I went about my daily life, and
Mhm.
and I knew in my core I was getting, you know, off the
Right.
path, and
Right,
I was
right,
like,
right.
something's off, something's off.
Right.
God gave me, you know, exactly what I asked for. I got laid off from my job. I got in the car. I drove cross country with my best friend. We drove to California.
Okay.
And when I was in California one night, I was like, it was around Christmas. It was before Christmas time. And I was like, you know, I'm like a really good shopper. I should just offer people my services. Like nobody likes to shop at Christmas. Everyone's annoyed with it.
Right.
And I remember people needing help like putting outfits together for their
Whatever.
like
Yeah.
holiday
Yep,
parties
yep.
and what. So I was like, you know what? Let me just offer my services. And I put an ad up on Craigslist, Throwback Thursday. And I you know, long story short, I put an ad up, I got a hit, and I was like, okay, something's here.
Right.
And then I had gotten a message from what used to be one of my business partners when I had originally started the blog. And the blog was something totally different in its inception. And, you know, it turned into one thing, and one person turned into 3 people, and 3 clients turned into 5 clients. And, you know, by the time I got home, it was January, and I had, you know, enjoyed my time and really cut into my severance package. And I was
Right.
like, gotta go home and get to work. And I started the blog. And, you know, since then we've kind of, I don't have business partners anymore. It was a different concept then.
Right.
And I have created the blog to be a personal style blog, and it's mostly about my style and a little bit of inspiration and kind of helping people in the
Nice.
sense of what to shop and what to wear and what
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
I mean, you don't have to love my style, but you might get
Yeah.
a tip or something in there
Yeah.
because as a stylist,
It's
I
just to help
provide
you gauge how to do what you need to do for yourself.
yeah, and in the blog, you know, I kind of provide like some style tips and tricks and kind of just add into it.
Right.
But the blog came first, and in that, then in the mix of it, somehow I got the opportunity to do a photo shoot with someone,
Okay.
and I stepped on set, and that was it for me.
Wonderful.
And I knew, I literally stepped on set, and I was like, "This is where I'm supposed to be,"
Yes.
and it's where I've been.
So we first really met when you did our extended size photo shoot.
Yep.
You were awesome.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. I want to say that your outfit was one of the first to actually sell out. Remember that?
That was such a good one.
Yes.
The jumpsuit.
Yeah, because like you said, you're a beach girl, and you also you just had that look. You know, like
Yeah.
I tan and I need to just wear chambray.
This is
okay?
it. It's
And
the
I need to wear
authenticity, though.
flowy clothes. And I was just like, you know what? She is just, there's something about you that day. It just stuck with me that till now, that I was like, I love her. Like
Thank
your
you.
energy was just positive. You know, you were very easy to work with. I always wanted to tell you that. You could
Thank
comment
you.
if you want to, but I always wanted to let you know that from that day, I was just like, oh my God, that's one of my new friends. I really like Meaghan.
And it's true, it happened. We
Right.
did. We forged a friendship
Yes,
from it.
Exactly. So let's get into some fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Talk about who you style for.
I do e-com,
Right.
like what I do here at Ashley Stewart.
Right.
I work, I think a lot of people don't know that, but I work here with the team, and I do the e-com shoots.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do editorial stuff,
Right.
campaign shoots. I've done live TV stuff.
Yeah.
But I think the most fun part, and I think what everybody kind of knows that I do the most just because of its publicity part of it,
Yes.
is red carpet styling. And so my longest standing client and near and dear to my heart, and she's become such a wonderful friend to me beyond a client, is Adrienne Moore of
That's
Orange is
right.
the New Black.
That's right.
And she plays Black Cindy. New season is out June 3rd, I think. 5th, June 5th. And so it's going to be intense.
Yes.
Really, really, really intense is what I'm told. I don't know anything beyond that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've worked with a couple of other celebrities along the line, but Adrienne and I are the ones I always bring her up because her and I have created such a unique and interesting working relationship, and I respect her so for her trustworthiness of me. And so that is so unique to have, and we've grown together, and it's just it's fun. It's just such a fun ride.
One of my favorite moments of the both of you was, I want to say, what weekend was that? It was not SAG weekends. It was SAG Award weekends. And you gave her that look. Girl, I got you.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, Meaghan.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
It's funny, and I just happened to post that just because it was like one of the moments where you just post a picture, and it got the response was so interesting.
And it was picked up.
And everyone just knew.
Picture, her pose with the leg out, it was just picked up. You did an awesome job.
Yeah, thank you. It's really fun. The red carpet stuff is definitely one of the most fun and interesting things of my job.
That's one of your best parts of your job. I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, every day is different. That is the best part of my job. Yeah. That in and of itself, just any day of being a stylist, Meaghan O'Connor who gets up in the morning, like every day is different. Yeah. So for me, that is what makes my job so amazing and unique and special, is that I don't have, what I think some people would say mundane schedule, it always changes. And it's always exciting, and it's always, I'm always learning something new. And so that is for sure the greatest part of my job. But the second best part, I would say, is the red carpet stuff. And there's just something so beautiful about having a concept and something in your head and just seeing it on a carpet. So going from the thought process where you're just like talking and you're just chatting and you're pulling up inspo and you're like, this is what I think maybe, and creating the boards. And, there's a lot that goes into it that I think people don't see, and the vision, for me concept. To see that little baby thought end up on a carpet is so rewarding. Yes. Ultimately, and so rewarding. Do it so well. Thank you. Effortlessly. Thank you. Thank you.
So, this is one of my favorite questions that I love to ask everyone. So get yourself ready.
Okay.
What would you tell your 13-year-old self? Go.
Oh my God. 13-year-old Meaghan was so funny. Okay, so I would tell her to keep doing everything she's doing. I would tell her just to stay the same.
Right.
I wouldn't tell her to change a thing about herself. She was funny and weird and goofy and chunky and proud then.
Yes.
And she still is now.
That's right.
And I think, everyone always immediately goes to the negative, what you would tell your 13-year-old self to fix yourself, or what you would warn her about. Right. And I just that's not how I see life, and that's not how I live life. So I don't go to the negative. I don't go to the fix.
Right.
I go to the place of 13-year-old Meaghan knew what she was doing somehow because she's here.
That's right.
And so I would tell her to keep on keeping on.
That's right.
And to love yourself in every single solitary moment of the day.
That's right.
Because there were wavering moments for sure when you're a teenager and when you're going through puberty and you're just kind of discovering who you are.
Yes.
And luckily for me, my mom and my grandma and my sister helped me through that with ease.
Yeah.
And grace.
And you do it well.
But that's what I would tell her, right. And that's what I would tell any 13-year-old, is just to love who you are and keep on keeping on.
I love it.
Thanks.
And thank you for joining us today.
This is fun.
I know, you did an awesome job,
This is so fun. Thank you.
Well,
thank you for watching, listening to my
Yes,
story.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching. This is Meaghan O'Connor, Tamara Ivy, Women's History Month for Ashley TV.